What is going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans, college basketball fans everywhere? Welcome. This is the Pig Drill Network. I am Tyzilla83, and we're going to talk about Arkansas on the road, taking on Auburn. We're going to get into the stats and maybe a little bit more after that. But before we get into that, remember what to do at the end of the video. Like, comment, share the content that you've watched. You know, at the end, be sure and share the content. That's a big one. And if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button down below. All right, let's get into the stats really fast. We'll start with the team stats. We'll start with Auburn. They would shoot 23 of 62 from the field. That's 37%. Three-point range. They took a lot of three-point shot attempts, 24 to be exact. They'd shoot 10 of 24. That's 41% from three-point range. Free throw line. I don't know that I've seen anybody shoot this poorly at home from the free throw line. 52%, at least against the Razorbacks. That is unbelievably bad. 12 of 23 for the free throw line at 52%. 33 total rebounds, 11 assists, 7 turnovers, 3 steals. For the Razorbacks, they would shoot 29 of 58 from the field. That's 50%. 5 of 17 from three-point range. That's 29%. 16 of 20 from the free throw line. That's just what the Hogs do. You know, you foul them, they're gonna get some easy buckets on you. So it's probably best not to foul the Razorbacks if you can help it. 16 of 20, 80% from free throw range. Total rebounds 41, 13 assists, 12 turnovers, 6 steals. Leading scores for Auburn, I'll just give you their 2 leading scores. Jared Harper, 17 points. He logged 27 minutes. And Mustafa Heron, who had 16 points, who logged 32 minutes. For the Arkansas Razorbacks, Jalen Barford, no surprise there, 20 points. He logged 32 minutes. That was the most of any Razorback. And Dusty Hannes, who logged 26 minutes, had 18 points. I'm just going to say this, despite one-sided officiating, and you always kind of expect that at home, right? Every team gets home cooking. Arkansas gets it. Auburn got it. Florida's going to get it when Arkansas plays them. Splash in how the Razorbacks play, their style of play. You're going to get some tacky foul calls. That's just the way it is. You know, rules have kind of changed over the years and how you can defend players and whatnot. But this one, despite all that, was still way one-sided officiating. And despite that, the Razorbacks still – they maintained a double-digit lead the majority of the second half. I mean, maybe it was a little bit off and on, but for the most part, you just felt like they could pull away if this officiating would calm down with some of these tacky foul calls. And don't get me wrong, some of them weren't so tacky, and you've always got those calls. You got to be like, you know, as a fan, you've even got to be like, all right, yeah, okay, you know, maybe don't try to get past the defender when you have the ball in your hands by extending your arm and pushing him to the ground. But despite that, there were definitely some tacky calls that were getting called on Arkansas, not getting called against Auburn. Despite that, this team still won by double digits. Should have won by 15 or 20 points. This should have been a blowout. And that's impressive. To do that on the road against that kind of one-sided officiating, not to mention that place was nearly sold out. Their stadium capacity is 9,000 something. They had over 8,000 people at this game. So, you know, a hostile environment. Watching that game, I was pretty impressed. You know, despite this, you know, everyone was griping on social media. All my friends and text messages, all the different groups I was in, every one of them were like, what is with this officiating? This is awful. And yet the Razorbacks still won by double digits, should have won by more. I mean, we get it. Auburn's not a very good basketball team. I think next year they're going to be much better. And that's what's crazy is I think next year the SEC is going to be a lot better at basketball. I think Mississippi State is going to be better. Texas A&M, Auburn, Tennessee, and I think Arkansas will too, as long as everybody stays put. Whatever team left for South Carolina, the team that came back was completely different. They are playing so well ever since the South Carolina game. So they beat South Carolina, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and now at Auburn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 straight wins. They're going to go again. They're going to be on the road March 1st against the Gators, 6 p.m. Wednesday night. Win or lose, I think Arkansas is going to the tournament. I mean, there's no doubt about that. This is a tournament team, and I said before, there's nobody that wants to be more wrong about the Hogs not being a tournament team than myself. And here they are. They're a tournament team. Now, how far are they going to go when they're in? Are they still in if they lose out this year? If they lose to Florida, Georgia, then let's say they're one and done in the tournament, are they still in? I think they will be. I think they're still going to be just barely by this much. I think they'll still be, a tournament team. But after that, what I asked earlier this year, if Arkansas's one and done, should Hog fans be okay with that? Going forward. That's another video we'll make for another time. Right now, we're excited. Razorbacks are playing really good basketball right now. This is kind of what I think the Razorbacks are playing at that level we thought they were playing at earlier in the year, and then Florida happened, and then Kentucky happened, and Mississippi State happened, and then Mizzou and Vanderbilt happened, right, as the season went on. But they're playing much better basketball, and you got to give them a ton of credit. You got to give Mike Anderson a ton of credit. They have completely turned things around. They're playing much better. I'm going to say they don't win at Florida, but again, the opposite has happened of whatever I've claimed. But I do feel good about the end of this year, and I do feel good about this team making the tournament no matter what happens. So that's it. That is all that I have for this video. Until the next video, we'll talk to you guys later.